All right. Hello, everyone. I'm coming at you from Santa Clara, California today. We're going to be doing an hour-long core vinyasa flow. So we're going to be working on some Pilates and a whole lot of core work. So we're going to go ahead and get started in child's pose. So go ahead and bring your big toes to touch, knees about a little further than hips distance apart. And then you're going to lean forward, resting your tailbone on your heels, extending the arms long out in front of you. Third eye down to the floor in between your arms. And just take a few breaths to slowly start to settle yourself into your mat. If your hips aren't making it down to your heels, you can go ahead and slide a block in between your feet or any sort of bolster. Let's just take 3 deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. 2 more, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Last one, inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. On your next inhale, go ahead and draw yourself up, planting your palms directly under your shoulders. They're going to be over your wrists, direct line. Bring your knees in, untuck your toes, come into a neutral tabletop position. You want to make sure that you're not curving your spine in or up. We're not there yet, so go ahead and just engage the low belly to straighten yourself out. And then tuck your back toes under. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift your knees to hover a couple inches off the floor and hold for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Go ahead and drop down, untuck the toes. Inhale, drop the belly low, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest, cat. 2 more rounds, inhale, belly low, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, chin tuck. Really tilt your pelvis towards your hand. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. On your next inhale, return to a neutral spine. Take an exhale here, tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the knees up, 10 seconds, hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Go ahead and untuck the toes. Inhale, drop the belly, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, tilt the pelvis, tuck the chin in. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Last one. Inhale, really see if you can drop that belly and tilt your gaze up. And exhale, curve the spine as much as you can. On your next inhale, return to a neutral tabletop. And from here, go ahead and slide your left leg back, untuck the toes, rest it on the floor here. If this is good for you, you can stay here, or on an inhale, lift that left leg up to hover. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you extend the right arm and hand long out in front of you. Your hand is spiraled towards the left side of the room. You're balancing on your left hand and your right knee. Take an inhale here, grow a little longer. Exhale, crunch it under. Draw your elbow to your knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale, go ahead and extend. Reach as high as you can. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. Flex those feet. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one. Inhale, extend. Reach your peak. See how high you can bring that leg and that arm up. Exhale to crunch. Take a moment here. And then go ahead and replace your palm, your knee. Inhale, drop the belly low, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine to cat. Inhale, return to a neutral spine. We're going to go ahead and set up for the other side. So slide that right leg back. Toes are untucked. Tucked, I'm sorry. And maybe you relax here. Maybe you lift the right leg. Make sure you're engaging the transverse abdominal, that TVA, deep in your belly. And then maybe you lift the left arm up. Balancing table. On an inhale, grow a little longer. Exhale, crunch your knee to your elbow under your belly, rounding the spine. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. 3 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch, really round that spine and draw the knee almost to the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale to crunch. Last one, inhale, extend and hold. See if you can reach your highest point. Exhale to crunch and hold. Reach your biggest curved spine here. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and plant the palms once again. Take another child's pose. Big toes to touch, knees spread apart. Forehead comes down onto the mat. Take 3 deep breaths here. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and draw yourself up, back through tabletop, tuck the back toes. And then on your next exhale, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bring a generous bend into your knees. Maybe wiggle around a bit here. Maybe pedal your feet left and right, rising up onto the toes and then dropping the heel of the other foot down. Maybe sway your hips a bit, waking up your joints. Everybody take a deep full body inhale here through the nose and then open mouth, exhale, let it all out, lion's breath. Whenever you're ready, rise up onto your toes, bend the knees, and hover here for a bit. And then exhale, slowly start to draw the heels down towards the floor. Do that 2 more times. Inhale up onto the toes, bend the knees, trying to press your belly onto your thighs. As you exhale, slowly lower those heels down. Last time, up onto the toes on an inhale. Bend at the knees, belly towards the thighs. Exhale, lower the heels down. On your next inhale, go ahead, look forward, step towards your hands. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend at the knees to protect the low back as we warm up. And rise on up to extended mountain. From here, take a moment, find your balance. All right, go ahead and let the hands fall towards the sides. On your next inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Take an inhale here. Bring your left hand into the center of the mat. Roll over onto the side of the left foot. Bring that right arm up overhead, side plank.
I was supposed to go out there for like a semester of college, and I ended up never leaving. It's that energy on the dance floor that I think has, helped.
On your next exhale, go ahead and drop the right hand down. Return to a middle plank and press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring that right leg up. Knock the hip out, opening it to the side. Maybe draw some big circles in the sky with your knee, waking up that right hip. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and inhale, draw the knee into the nose. Exhale, press it up and back, 3-legged dog. Inhale, draw the right knee to the right tricep. Exhale, press it back. Last one, inhale, draw the right knee to the left elbow. Exhale, press it back. And go ahead and inhale, draw the knee into the chest, planting the right foot between the hands. Take a moment here, setting yourself up in your runner's lunge. Maybe rock back and forth, see how it feels. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. You want to make sure that your hips are tracking square towards the front of your mat. Your tailbone is tucked a little bit forward. You don't want to be bending too much into the low back. From here, your arms up. On your next exhale, we're going to cactus the arms, dip that left knee down to tap the floor, and inhale to rise back up. Exhale, cactus arms, knee taps the floor, inhale, rise. 3 more times. Exhale, cactus the arms, knee taps, inhale, rise. 2 more. Exhale, tap, inhale, rise. Last one. Exhale, tap, inhale, rise. Take a moment here in your high crescent lunge. Inhale, grow a little taller, and then exhale, go ahead and bend over, frame the front foot with your hands. Step back to plank, and hold for 10. Go ahead and exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 deep cleansing breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. On your next inhale, go ahead and rise up onto the toes, gaze towards your hands, step, walk, or float towards the top of your mat, and immediately inhale, rise up, halfway lift. Go ahead and exhale, forward fold. Move through the feet, bend at the knees, inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands at your sides. We're gonna go ahead and do the same flow, just on the other leg. So go ahead and inhale those hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. This time we're gonna go ahead and plant the right palm in the center of the mat, right shoulder over the right wrist, and roll onto the right side of your foot. Your left arm extending up overhead, side plank. Go ahead and replace that left hand down, setting up to a neutral plank. And then press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here, inhaling through the nose, exhale out the mouth, lion's breath. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring that left leg up, splay the hip out, draw some big circles in the sky with your left knee. On your next inhale, draw the left knee into the nose. Exhale, press it back, 3-legged dog. Inhale, left knee to left tricep. Exhale, press it back, 3-legged dog. Inhale, left knee to right elbow. Exhale, press it back. And this time, inhale that left foot in between the hands, setting up for your crescent lunge, left side. Take a moment here in runner's lunge. Maybe circle around a bit, find your balance. And then go ahead and inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Once again, make sure your hips are tracking square forward. Your pelvis is tilted just slightly up. Take an inhale here. And then we're gonna tap our knee down to the floor on this side. Whenever you're ready on an exhale, cactus the arms, tap the right knee down to the floor. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. 2 more. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Last one. Exhale, tap. Inhale, rise. Take a moment here. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, plant the palms, frame the foot, step back to plank. Hold. Next exhale, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 5 full breaths here. Inhale up onto your toes, gaze forward, bend to the knees, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, immediately rise up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, bend to the knees, sweep the arms up overhead, extended mountain. Exhale, hands down to the sides. Take a breath here, maybe grab some water if you need. We're gonna move on to our second flow. On your next inhale, go ahead and lift the arms up overhead. And then grab a hold of that left wrist with the right fingers and exhale, bend on over to the right side, stretching the left side body. Inhale back to center, flip the grip so your left fingers are encircling your right wrist, and exhale, you're going to curve over to the left side. Inhale yourself back to center. Exhale, release the hands. We're going to go ahead and set up for chair pose. So you can either have your feet hip distance apart or your big toes touching with a little bit of space in between your heels, or somewhere in between with a block in between your thighs, whichever suits you. On your next inhale, go ahead and sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, sink low, chair pose. You want to make sure that your tailbone isn't tilting up towards the back. You want to tuck it under just a little bit to have a nice flat spine. You want your sacrum in line with the rest of your back side. We're going to hold for 10. On your next exhale, go ahead and release down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step or hop back to plank. Inhale, roll forward onto the toes. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee into the chest, step the right foot in between the hands. And inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Take 2 breaths here. On your next exhale, you're going to hinge forward, bringing your belly closer to your front thigh. Coming into what some people call a Superman pose. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, return to center, crescent lunge. Spin that back heel down. Windmill your arms wide. Warrior 2, right leg forward. Bring a deep bend into the right knee. Your right heel is tracking through the arch of your left foot. Your arms are extended long, gaze over your middle right finger if you'd like. On your next inhale, hinge forward at the hip. Exhale, reverse your warrior. You can either wrap the left arm around your back, tucking it towards your right thigh, or you can extend it long down the left thigh. Just make sure your hand isn't anywhere near your knee. On your next exhale, you're going to reverse the reversed warrior and come into extended side angle, your right arm resting on the thigh of your right leg, left arm extended long overhead. Your torso is still rotated towards the left side. And you can hang out here, or if it suits you, you can take a bind. Wherever you are on your next exhale, let your hands fall down, framing the right foot. Coming back to your runner's lunge. Take an inhale here, exhale. Step the foot back to plank. And we're going to hold for 10. On your next exhale, press the hips back, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, come up onto the toes, bend the knees, step, walk, or float to the top of your mat. Immediately inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe grab opposite elbows, sway side to side, release those legs. Wherever you are, go ahead and bend up the knees. Inhale to rise up. Set your feet up for chair pose, because on your next exhale, you're gonna sink low, coming into chair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and exhale. Hinge at the hips. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step back to plank. Inhale, rock forward onto the toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press up. Upward facing dog or low cobra. And then exhale, press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and inhale the left leg up. Exhale, plant the left foot in between the palms. Take a moment here on your next inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. 2 more breaths here. And on your next exhale, hinge forward at the hips, extending the arms towards the front of the room, bringing your belly closer to the left thigh. Superman. Hold for 5. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, spin the back heel down. Warrior 2, left side. Your next inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Deep bend in that front knee. Maybe your gaze follows your hand up towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, reverse your reversed warrior. Hinging forward at the hips, coming into extended side angle. Your left forearm is resting on the left thigh. Your right arm extended long overhead towards the front. Maybe you stay here, maybe you take a bind. On your next exhale, wherever you are, release the hands down, framing the left foot. Take a breath here and then step the left foot back to plank and hold. Inhale, press the hip. Exhale, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. Next inhale, rise up on the toes, gaze towards the front of the mat, bend in the knees, step, walk, or float up to your hands, and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend at the knees. And from here, from this bent forward fold position, you're gonna come up into your chair pose, keeping the integrity of the low back. We're gonna hold for 10. And go ahead and release back down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Inhale, walk forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop your knees down, big toes to touch. Take a child's pose. We're gonna be here for a whole minute. So take a moment to rest if you need. Grab some water. All the while starting to slow your breath. Controlled inhales and exhales through the nose. Maybe this is a good time to ignite your pranayama, your ujjayi pranayama, your victorious breath made by making a slight constriction in the back of the throat. It'll make an oceanic sound while you breathe. And this not only fires up the insides, but it also regulates the outside. So it helps you with this control to slow down your body and not let your breath and your heart rate escape you. All right, so everybody meeting in our child's pose. On your next inhale, draw yourself up to a neutral tabletop. Tuck the back toes, press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 2 inhales here. We're gonna set up for wild things. So on your next inhale, go ahead and lift that right leg up. Open up the hips, bending the right knee. Maybe this stretched 3-legged dog is enough for you. If you want to come into wild thing, go ahead and slowly drop that right foot behind you, extending the right arm long overhead. Reaching through the right side body, the sternum is reaching towards, kind of like a diagonal towards the front right corner of your mat. And go ahead and exhale, return to downward facing dog. We're going to set up for the other side. Take 2 breaths here. Your next inhale, lift that left leg up, knock the hip open. Maybe you hang out here, maybe you slowly let that left foot drop down towards the other side, opening yourself up, spinning your left arm, reaches overhead. Wild thing. Go ahead and exhale, return to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Bend the knees, gaze towards the front of the mat, and then step, walk, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. From here, go ahead and inhale, halfway lift. Then you're going to slide the hands under the soles of the feet. So bringing the palms of both hands to the soles of the feet and standing on the outsides of the hands. Your aggressive forward fold. Inhale, you want to reach through the collarbone. And exhale, use that leverage of the hands under the feet to draw yourself deeper into a forward fold. Let your head hang. And go ahead and release. Inhale, halfway lift. From here, you're going to heel toe your feet out towards the sides of your mat, letting your toes point outwards, your heels drawing inwards. We're setting up for Malasana, your yogi squat. So from this halfway lift, you're going to bend the knees, drawing the tailbone down. Your elbows come to the insides of the legs. Hands join at heart center, Malasana. Engaging the pelvic floor, bringing an isometric engagement. You want to feel like your legs are trying to squeeze your torso in between them. From here, we're going to get a funky transition. We're going to come into boat pose. So extend your arms out in front of you, drop down onto your tailbone, and then immediately lift your feet up, rocking onto the sit bones, drawing your shins parallel to the floor. Toes flexed, arms reach in front of you. Navasana, boat pose. Hold for 5, 4, reach through the collarbone. 3, 2, 1. To the count of 10, we're gonna extend our legs and lower to hover over the floor. So 10, 9, 8, you're engaging the low belly. 7, 6, 5, you should be hovering halfway down, feet fully extended. 4, 3, 2, 1. Your feet are inches off the floor. Your shoulders and head are still lifted. And hold for 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift everything up, boat pose. 2, 1, and lower. Halfway. Exhale, lift everything back up, Navasana. And then once more, we're going to lower to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, halfway, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just your feet, your head, and your shoulders hovering. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let everything fall to the floor. Extend the arms overhead. Flex through the feet, taking a deep, full body, good morning stretch. Take a moment here. Let the abdominal muscles release. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to plant the feet onto the floor. We're going to do some crunches. So go ahead and have the soles of your feet planted about hips distance apart. You want to kind of take a moment to realign your sacral area. So you want your sacrum firmly planted on the floor, that bony triangle right at your low back and your glutes. From here, go ahead and bring the arms either behind the head or across your chest, whatever feels good for you. And we're going to do a set of 30 crunches. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. 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 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, last 10, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30. Hold as you're lifted. And slowly we're going to do little micro crunches. So pulse, 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 pulse. So this little pulse, you're just lifting up just an inch more each time. Your shoulders never touch the ground. Your head never touches the ground. We're here for 20 more seconds. 10. Next exhale, release everything down. Extend the legs long, big morning stretch. Your arms reach overhead. All right, whenever you're ready, you're going to slowly rise up in whatever way suits you. Maybe you roll to your side and press yourself up. We're going to meet in a seat. And we're just going to take a moment here. Take 3 full-body inhales and exhales. From here, we're going to transition into Malasana. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet down to the floor. Maybe you come up and sit on a block if you need. And then from here, you're going to draw your palms to meet at the front. And then just use your hip flexors to draw yourself up. Maybe again you have a block or 2 under you to get into Malasana. But we're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, root through the feet. Press yourself up to stand. Arms extend overhead. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Squat down. Malasana. The glutes and the abdominals are connected, so when we're doing this core work, we want to make sure that we're working all the major muscle groups that are interconnected. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, rise up to stand, using the gluteus medius to press yourself up. Inhale here, exhale, squat down, Malasana, yogi squat. Last one. On your next inhale, root through the heels, rise up to stand. You're going to turn your feet, get yourself situated back at the front of your mat into Tadasana. We're going to take one little series of standing poses on each leg. So take an inhale here, really ground through all four corners of your feet, the ball of your big toe, the ball of your pinky toe, and the two sides of your heels. You want your feet hip distance apart. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. We're going to inhale, pop up onto the ball of the right foot, draw the right foot up, bending at the knee. Maybe you hang out here. We're coming into warrior three, so if you need some blocks, go ahead and grab them. And go ahead and draw your hands into your chest to prayer. Exhale, hinge at the hips. You lean forward, sweep that right foot back, extending almost like you're standing on a wall in the air behind you. Rooting through that left foot, reaching through the sternum. Warrior three. Virabhadrasana three. If you need, you can grab two blocks to hold in front of you for balance here. On your next exhale, go ahead and lower the hands down, coming into your standing split on the left side. You're reaching that right foot up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, lower everything down, forward fold. On your next inhale, go ahead and rise up, mountain pose. Setting up for Virabhadrasana 3 on the other side. Next inhale, go ahead, bring the hands to the hips, root through the right foot, lifting the left leg up, bending at the knee. 90-degree angle, maybe you hang out here. Maybe you draw your hands to prayer in front of your chest, hinge the hips, lean forward, extend the left leg long in front of you. Again, you can have a chair in front of you even to hold on to the back for balance, or blocks down below, whatever works for you. One more breath here. And then go ahead and exhale. Hands to the floor, just a quick standing split on the right side. Your next exhale, draw the left foot down, forward fold. Go ahead and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank and hold for 10. Next exhale, press your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. A deep cleansing breath. Go ahead and inhale that right leg up. Exhale, draw the right knee to the right wrist, right ankle to the left wrist. Setting up for pigeon. So go ahead and draw your left leg back. Maybe bring a bolster under the right hip to give yourself a little more accessibility. The goal here is to try and get the shin parallel to the front of the mat. So take an inhale here, grow a little taller. Holding half pigeon, right side. On your next exhale, you can go ahead and lower down to a sleeping pigeon for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, press yourself up, plant the palms, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, draw your right knee into your chest, and exhale, press yourself back, 3-legged dog. And then go ahead and release that right foot down, coming into your full down dog. You're gonna do this on the other side. Inhale, press that left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist, half pigeon left side. Again, you can bring a bolster or a block under the left hip. Inhale, grow a little taller. We're gonna hold for a few seconds. And then exhale, walk your hands forward, drawing yourself down for sleeping pigeon. 5 breaths. next inhale, press your palms into the floor, lifting yourself up. Tap the right toes, lift the right knee. Draw the left knee up into the chest. Exhale, press it back, three-legged dog. And go ahead and return the foot down, full downward dog. From here, go ahead and walk the feet towards the hands and then come to sit at the top of your mat. From here, we're going to go ahead and extend the legs long in front of you, starting up for Dandasana, staff pose. Go ahead and release the flesh from under your buttocks. Maybe wiggle your feet around a little bit. Grab a strap if you need, or you can sit up on a block as well to give yourself a little more room. You just want to make sure that the spine is nice and long and flat throughout the duration of this stretch. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge the hips, fold forward. Make sure you're not rounding the low back. The goal here is to get the sternum and the sacral region, the solar plexus region onto the thighs. You're not trying to get your forehead to your knees or anything like that, because that's where the low back bending comes from. With every inhale, see if you can grow a little longer. With every exhale, see if you can fold a little deeper. We're here for 10 breaths. Your next inhale, go ahead, bring yourself back up. Draw the knees up into the chest, planting the soles of the feet onto the floor. Lift yourself up towards the front of your mat a little more, and then slowly lower yourself down onto your back. We're setting up for bridge pose, so go ahead and bring the soles of your feet firmly onto the floor. Feet are hips distance apart and just out of the reach of the middle finger. If you extend your arms next to your sides, palms facing down. So whenever you feel ready, go ahead on your next inhale, press your hips up towards the ceiling, rooting through the feet. Next exhale, go ahead and release down to the floor. We're going to do this 2 more times with the option for a bind. On your next inhale, go ahead, press the hips up towards the ceiling. Perhaps you interlace your palms or grab opposite ends of the strap underneath your glutes. On your next exhale, go ahead and release your grip. Lower the hips down. Take a moment here. And then last time, we're going to go ahead and inhale. Press the hips up. If you interlace your hands, you want to put the funky thumb on top this time. And just hold. Exhale, lower everything down to the ground. Release the hands. Take a moment here. And when you're ready, go ahead and inhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Exhale, extend the left leg long out in front of you. Really try and reach that knee into the right armpit. Go ahead on your next exhale, draw the right knee across the body, bringing it over to the left side. Coming into a supine twist, you can tee out your right arm or cactus and bring your left hand to rest on your right knee to give you a little more gravity, drawing that right knee into the ground. Wherever you are, you want to make sure that your right shoulder is firmly planted into the ground. You can bring a block under the right knee if you need. And breathe here for 15 breaths. All the twisting postures in yoga work to release the toxins in our organs as they give them a gentle massage. I don't know if you guys can hear, but my dog is snoring really loud right now, so I'm sorry. On your next inhale, go ahead and draw yourself back to center. Plant the soles of the feet onto the floor, setting up for a bridge pose to reset the spine. Just a quick one. So inhale, press the hips up. Exhale, lower down, resetting the sacrum. On your next inhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Extend the right leg long towards the front of your mat. Bringing the left knee into the left armpit as much as you can. On your next exhale, go ahead and draw the left leg across the body, extending the left arm to a T, bringing the left leg down towards the right side of the mat, supine twist, left side. Maybe bring your gaze over to the left arm. Your next inhale, draw yourself back to center. Plant the soles of the feet onto the floor. Bridge pose. Inhale, press the hips up. Exhale, lower down, recentering the spine. From here, let's go ahead and draw both knees into the chest, curling into a little ball. And then slowly, gently rock yourself up and down the length of your spine. Eventually rocking so much so that you come up to a cross-legged seat at the front of your mat. From here, you can either take lotus pose or just a simple cross-legged seat, or you can, I don't know if you guys can see, but stack your feet not on top of each other, but one right in front of the other, depending on where your hip mobility is. Everyone's hip joints fit differently into the socket. It's a ball and socket joint, so your femoral head will fit differently into that hole, and some people have it at a different angle, so that's where your hip mobility comes from. If you notice, I'm like way lifted up on the left side and my right side goes down further. Wherever you are, whatever cross-legged position works for you, you're going to inhale, root through the tailbone, and then exhale, forward fold over your crossed legs, extending the arms in front of you, stretching the outer edges of the hips. Maybe bring your forehead down to the floor. We're going to hold for 10. Your next inhale, walk your hands back in towards your legs, pressing yourself up to sit, and then switch the crossing of your feet. And we're gonna take a forward fold on this other side now. So inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, stretching the outside of the hip. Inhale, slowly start to walk the hands back towards your legs, rising up. And then let's go ahead and open our legs out to a wide-legged forward fold, seated. So you're going to draw your legs out as far as they can, almost like a front split. You want your knees to not be rotating forward or backwards. You want your kneecaps pointing directly up towards the ceiling. Maybe sit up on a block if your spine is rounding here. And you want your toes pointing up towards the ceiling as well. So take an inhale here, and exhale, hinge the hips, forward fold. Again, making sure you're flexing through the feet. The goal here is not to get your forehead or your nose to the ground, but to get your chest and your belly to the ground. So keeping the integrity of the low back. Make sure you're not rounding. We're just gonna hold for 5. Your next inhale, walk your hands back towards the center. Using your hands to drag your knees back up. And then slowly lower yourself down onto your back in whatever way suits you in this moment. Draw both knees into the chest. Make some circles, massaging out that low back. Releasing the sacrum and all the tightness that comes from doing core work in that area. And then go ahead and take a happy baby, grabbing either the outsides of the feet or the outsides of the thighs and drawing the knees down in towards the armpits, down on the sides of the body. Maybe rock side to side to massage the kidneys. Go ahead and release that, planting the soles of the feet onto the floor. And if it's in your practice and you'd like to at this moment, feel free to take an inversion, whether it be legs up the wall pose, a shoulder stand, plow pose, a back bend, whatever feels good to you. Use this moment to stretch whatever part of your body feels like it needs to be stretched. If you are in any sort of inversion, like legs up the wall or shoulder stand or plow, make sure you don't move your head side to side. You want to protect the neck. Wherever you are, go ahead and exhale. Draw yourself back to center, slowly, gently, carefully. And then once more, draw your knees into your chest, curling into a little ball, bringing your third eye to your knees. Tighten every muscle in your body, squeeze everything as much as you possibly can. Inhale here, squeeze tighter, and then exhale, release everything down. Shavasana, corpse pose. Take this moment to slowly scan your body and release every little bit that you can, starting at the crown of your head. Release your forehead, your eyelids, unclench your jaw. Release any tension in your lips, maybe let them part slightly. If you've got a knot in your throat, see if you can breathe some energy into that area. Working your way down to your shoulders, let them melt into the ground beneath you. And your elbows, let your hands fall open towards the sides. If there's any tightness in your abdominal or low back, again, just breathe some air there. See if you can't gently and consciously release the grip. Let your thighs melt down. Any tension in your knees, let it go. Sinking down to your ankles and your feet. Let them gently fall out to the sides. As your body starts to melt even further into the ground. Almost like you're a tree growing roots through your mat beneath you, connecting you to the earth and letting yourself grow up into the heavens. Whenever you're ready, slowly start to bring your awareness back into your body. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Maybe lick your lips. Sway your head side to side. And gently roll over onto the left side body, curling yourself into a fetal position and let yourself just exist. Honoring the fire inside of you that you kindled with your practice today. The warm glow of energy that radiates from your center body. And take a moment to thank your body, to thank yourself for showing up to your mat. Whenever you're ready, keeping your eyes closed, slowly press yourself up to sit. And bring your hands to the center of your heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.